Located within the White Mountain National Forest and just south of the Kankomangas Highway, Middle and North Tri-Pyramid Mountains are two of New Hampshire's peaks that reach above 4,000 feet. If you don't mind a little road walking, you can make a loop out of the Tri-Pyramids utilizing the Sabaday Brook Trail and the Pine Bend Brook Trail, along with the Kankomangas Highway. Along the way, you'll pass Sabaday Falls, and you'll have some interesting ascents and descents on what turns out to be two relatively rugged mountains. We started our hike at the Sabaday Falls parking area, which also doubles as the parking area for the Sabaday Brook Trail. The first third of a mile of the trail is wide and well graded, and an easy walk to the side trail that goes off to Sabaday Falls. You can stay on the Sabaday Brook Trail and completely bypass Sabaday Falls, but it's really worth the few minutes of time to walk through the falls area. At the top of the falls, the side trail rejoins the Sabaday Brook Trail, and you can continue on your way up towards the Tri-Pyramids. Once past the falls, the trail follows Sabaday Brook, crossing it several different times, and at the time we were doing it, the water was fairly low, so the crossings were easy, but in a higher water time, these crossings could be difficult, if not impossible. So it's best to understand exactly how much the creeks are flowing before you start on this hike. For the first 4.5 miles, the trail follows old woods roads along the way. And while you are ascending the entire time, thanks to the old roads, the grades are pretty moderate.
About mile 4.6 we do start climbing, and we've met a few hikers that said they made it down the slabs alive. So we'll see what that means. All right, at mile 4.8 it appears we have reached the rock slabs. Oh, terrible. Just take your time. And that's kind of the trail, though it's too slippery to try to climb up, so we're doing the woods route.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
And we are on the summit of Middle Tri-Pyramid with majestic views.
Can you believe the view?
Well, there is a view. Just
Kind of a cool, man. It does.
it's a super, it's like a little, it's a pyramid. It's like, feels like you're climbing up the side of a pyramid. So even though we're not getting a view today, it's not all about the views. The forest is beautiful. The moss is super cool on this mountain, but highly recommend it.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
Hi from Tri-Pyramid.
Howdy hikers. Misty day today.
Yeah, we kind of thought we might get views because up north at the house it was like blue skies, but as soon as we started coming south into the whites, the clouds were thickening up. Thankfully, no snow.
No snow. God, no.
But
It's September 17th. There's a big coastal storm forming south of Long Island, and which
so-
might become a tropical system. So we're on the outer cloud bands.
Throwing stuff up here. Thankfully, no rain.
No, it's
No,
actually
not snow,
a
but
nice day to hike. A little humid.
It's in the
So-
60s, probably like 90% humidity. So it's been a little damp.
Yeah. So we're doing this as a loop. We're on the summit of North Tri-Pyramid,
Yes.
and we went to South Tri-Pyramid.
No, middle Tri-Pyramid.
Middle, sorry.
South-
didn't go to south. We're gonna save that for another day.
Tri-Pyramid is not one of the 48.
No.
And we didn't want to go back down.
But, you know, for us, it's not always about the view and about, you got to get the peak. It's just being in the woods and just seeing what's out here. And so this is the first time we've done this. It was the first 4.3 miles. You kind of follow an old logging road. So elevation, like you're going uphill, but it's not
Gentle.
super.
And we were able to cruise.
There are several creek crossings.
Yeah,
So if there's
definitely
been
not-
heavy rain, it could be a little bit tricky for me, you know, in these. I just walked through. But, you know, Jeff and trail runners had to rock hop, but he was able to. This creek level was pretty
Yeah,
level.
I think high water, this is the Sabaday Brook Trail is not the trail to pick. But that's how we came up from Sabaday Falls and then the Sabaday Trail. And when it leaves the old logging road, it kind of just goes straight up.
Yeah, so mile 4.6 is where you really start climbing. And at 4.7, roughly, based on, you know, recording, we hit a rock slabs, which were kind of cool. It would be hard if you were descending that trail, super wet. You'd have to probably butt scoot a little bit.
Yeah, it was damp enough that they were a little
A
slick.
little slimy.
And so
we just took it
a
slow.
few places we had to kind of detour around into the woods. But
Safety
if it
first.
was a little drier, it would not have been challenging at all.
And sometimes safety first. You don't want to break a leg.
Right.
And
then
versus, you know, sort of, you gotta, you know, yes, we always want to practice leaving no trace, but it's one of those, safety is top priority. So if you have to step somewhere that'll make it safer for you not to die,
nobody wants to die.
nobody wants to die. I mean, yes, we want to protect the moss, but
And then after the slabs, you continue up steeply until you pop up and you intersect with,
the ridge trail.
I guess it's the Tri-Pyramid Trail. And you're in the notch between Middle Tri-Pyramid and North Tri-Pyramid. So we first went over to Middle, came back down, and now here we are on North Tri-Pyramid.
And I would say Middle Tri-Pyramid from the notch near the end was pretty steep climbing. Coming up North Tri-Pyramid, it was still going uphill, but it wasn't, I would say this was slightly easier. There is one spot where for short people there's a little rock scramble, and I stood there going, I don't know where to put my foot to it, you know, it's a big step up. So if you're 6 like him,
I just stepped up.
he just levitates up, and then for those wee little people, it's like, throw some rope.
But from here, we are going to head down, I think it's the Pine Brook Trail. And if I said that wrong, I'll correct it.
He'll put a little thing at the bottom that says, I'm dumb. Wrong
And then we
trail.
will come out on the Kankamangas Highway.
And have a little bit of a road walk.
And we've
but
got a little
this
road
is all
walk.
new for us, so we have no idea what we're descending.
Yeah, new trail is always fun. This is a part of the White Mountains we
Never
haven't
been.
actually explored very much. So it's
We're in the
nice
Sandwich Wilderness area.
That's right. So we will see you at the bottom.
We'll take you along.
Well, I'm getting the gut feeling that our descent is going to be fun. Jeff, fun?
Woo!
check-in. We were descending North Tri-Pyramid, and probably, what, 0.2? As we started going down, it
Something like that.
got a little fun.
Note that the trail junction just below the summit no longer has
A trail sign.
Trail sign. So
It's missing.
stay to the right if you want the. Which one are we?
We had a moment of
Pine
left or
Bend
right?
Brook Trail.
Yeah.
And see,
So if you have your map, you
carry
can
a map.
align it with which way north is using your compass and go, all right, there's a fork. There's 2 trails, no sign. We need to go to the right. But real quick, that descent.
Pretty steep.
Yeah, if it's
Rocky.
wet, rocky, some slabs you have to go down. So if it's
And it would
damp, be ready to butt slide.
Going to be a real leg pumper going up.
Yep.
Weirdest thing, we're walking along, we're almost out to the Kankamangas Highway,
And there's
an
odor.
and it smells like cleaning products,
Bleach.
for those of you who know. And apparently we've narrowed it down to, there's a mushroom.
That got like knocked over, so it broke. And I
Yeah.
guess the scent is its release.
Interesting.
We have made it to the road walk.
To close off the loop, we've got to walk the Kankamangas Highway for a little bit. I'm always very excited to be almost to the car, I think.
Yes.
Yes?
Excited. Big day.
Yeah, but good. Very nice mountains, and the trail coming down. Really steep at the start, but then really cruisy at the end. So very nice. Wrapped up the hike.
Made it back to the car.
I had 11 miles on my GPS.
What did I say? 11.4?
I think 11 points. So somewhere 11-ish.
It was a good loop.
Yeah, I would say after doing both the Saturday Brook Trail and then coming down the Pine Brook Trail, like Pine Bond
Bush?
Brook or
Pine Bush?
something like that.
Pine Bush.
I would definitely do the loop the way that we did, even with the road walk.
It's a long uphill to do it reverse.
Yeah, going up that Pine Trail.
Well, I suppose
There's 2 miles of like approach that's really nice, but then it's basically 2 more miles of rock climbing.
so. I guess depending on, do you prefer to go uphill on rocks or
Or down.
downhill? Either way.
And for
it's a long-
Saturday Brook, you had like 3.5 miles of really nice approach, about a mile of steady up, and then a half a mile up through those ledges, and then really steep stuff. But definitely less steep stuff than the Pine Trail.
But beautiful forest.
Yeah,
Some nice views up top. If you get a clear day, you get to, and the ridge walk was pretty. It was a neat spot.
and even walking the Kank wasn't too bad. You know, this time of the evening there wasn't very much traffic. Even
Though I
on
think
a Friday.
few people were like, "What?" You don't like. This parking lot's here, but you kind of
Right.
come out.
Yeah,
to
there's
the
no
road.
parking lot for that
You
other
kind of
trail.
pull off on the side of the road. So I think people were like, "Where are these people coming from?" Nobody stopped to pick us up though.
No, I guess we didn't look sad enough.
But highly recommend. Good trail.
Definitely. We're going to go find some grub now. Happy hiking. Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mo.
And
we're the Hiker Trash Husbands.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching.